I was trying to catch you on the Twitter. So it can be authentic YouTubers, giving everybody the full shot.
I'm authentic YouTuber because I edit while I pee.
Foster, I would have been like... We're in a truck because it's windy.
We are.
We're
in the truck because...
We're going to go pick up our engine, but first we got to go to the bank.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had to pay for it.
Yeah, pay for it. So they offered us a deal to assemble basically the short block because they had the crankshaft there anyway because we were buying it from them. And they offered us a deal to just assemble everything because they had to cut the counterbores. We did stainless shims, and so they put everything in there. And then they're like, hey, for an additional so-and-so, well, we can assemble the short block for you. I said, that's fine, because it saves me time, and I don't have a way to turn the engine over here anyway. And I don't want to go buy specialty tools right now because we have other things that we need to be working on.
Yeah, like getting back to work.
That too. So the easier for me, the better. So when we bring this engine back, we're just gonna set it down where it was, and we're gonna start assembling things back and clean as we go, because we got to clean a couple of things out, and then we can slam it in a frame. So that's what
You'll
they did.
also be double checking. Although I imagine that they probably said everything correctly because they know
I'll still check
our
it,
issues that we've had.
I'm still gonna check it though. So just for my own sanity and OCD, I'm gonna check the torque specs and check the rods and make sure that they're all good. Just for my own sanity. I don't think that these guys over here would screw it up, but you know, I'll still check it. So that makes our life a little bit easier, and now I just gotta hire someone to put it back together for me. Maybe I want to go get some day laborers from the Home Depot and they can assemble it because I don't want to.
That works.
I'm tired of doing. Here's the thing: I haven't touched this engine in a week because it's been at the machine shop. So you get at the point, it's like I want it back, and then you're like, yeah, I don't want to work on it. Like any project.
Yeah. Ask your Firebird about that.
Yeah. That's been sitting in limbo for like 5 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't think we want to do that with this.
And don't worry, guys. We're going to tell you how much we spent on all this, but you got to wait till we're done with all this. And then we'll share that information. I don't want to know. I know it's a lot.
So here we have our head gasket kit. Got a new valve cover gasket. Got a new, I think this is one of the water gaskets for the water pipe. Got all our fuel line O-ring crush washers and gaskets and other assorted O-rings. Got fuel injector O-rings. Got fuel injector coppers. Got exhaust manifold gaskets. Thermostat. This is the little water gasket for the water pipe. Got our head gasket. Got our new intake manifold gasket. So that's awesome. I'm glad. I was worried about having all these parts, and now I don't have to worry about it. Unfortunately, I bought this freaking oil cooler It was supposed to be the same part number as mine, but it's not. And it's a Cummins oil cooler. Mine's about 30 to 40% larger. So I'm going to take it off. Cummins says bring it in, we'll look at it, maybe we can clean it. Because if they can clean it, I guess we'll go with that. The engine's still in the back of the freaking truck too. I want to get this thing off, and I want to start working on it. So I need to get some L brackets to unload it. I don't know what the hell I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go get those, because even a 1/2 inch chain will not fit a head bolt from one of these ISXs through, so I can pick it up, because I don't want to leave it on a pallet. I want to put it over here. I'm gonna, obviously this is all gonna get cleaned up here in a second. I want to put it over here, and I want to put it on some railroad ties and on these 4x4, so I can have access to the bottom of it, and then go from there. But real quick, we're gonna zip this guy off. This is our oil cooler. We're gonna take it off and see if they could clean it out for us, and then we're gonna take the thermostat off and see how that looks too. Yeah, I don't know, man. That came out of that port right there. Not sure if I want to mess with cleaning that. You guys were late, so we had to go without you. Got a chain to be able to lift that motor out. Got a new oil cooler. So between this box, all this has is this oil cooler in it, by the way. Okay. We have 6 of these. These are injector feed tubes. So we have 6 of those. We have a pump head gasket. And we have a barrel and plunger kit. Now this, I was shell-shocked online, okay? There's a part number for anyone who needs it. This is for Efficiency Series X15. The performance is different. Online, 2 of these, it's over $1,000. I bought these at Rigetti's for $4.30 a piece. It's a little bit cheaper. It's this for the high pressure pump head. This is 3 bolts for the idler gear that the high pressure pump rides off of. And this is the head gasket for the high pressure pump. High pressure pump is, the barrel and plunges are bad. Okay, one of them is bad. You don't want to just replace one, so we're doing 2. These are new feed tubes for the injectors. I am going to reuse the injectors. Why? Because they're not bad. They tested bad in their stuff, as in like delay in responses, but when I talked to the guy, he says that they're still good. Now, I don't want to spend $9,000 on injectors right now. None of them are leaking. They're all okay. And we're just going to put them back in for the time being. If one fails, then we'll replace it. Because I'm already spending enough money on this engine right now as is, so I don't want to buy injectors when they're still usable. He says that they're still usable. He would run them until one fails, but he doesn't see that there's any problems with them as far as leaking. It's just mostly in the emissions part, because the X15 doses with the injectors, there's some delays in here and there, which I'm not really worried about that. Now, these are bolts for the idler gear that the high pressure pump rides on. Apparently, you do not want to reuse those. I spoke to a very wise man. I think probably one of the founders, Roy Rigetti, told me don't reuse them. They've destroyed plenty of engines, so they come apart. And any person that tells me that with the experience of that guy, I mean, if somebody with the experience of that man tells me so, I'm going to do that. That guy's been around the block. Older gentleman, he's still working there. My hat's off to him that he has the ambition to still work on these damn things. They're quite a bit different than when he first started, I bet. So, that guy needs to come off today, and we need to set him up. But yeah, this is $2,100 for the parts. The injector tubes are $100 a piece. The bolts are the cheapest thing. The bolts, I think, were, I don't know, maybe $8. The pump heads, the barrel and plunger kit was $430. The oil cooler is $500. So what else did we buy? I gotta look at that bill. I forgot what else it was. But yeah, so $1,000, $1,600 in the tubes, and then $500 in the oil cooler. Yeah, $2,000 plus the gaskets. New oil cooler, old oil cooler. Is it gonna gain us any efficiency? Who knows? They like to lose a little efficiency when these get plugged up with a little bit of cooler residue. Is it gonna run cooler? I don't know. But I know sure as hell ain't got no metal shavings in it. And the way these are designed is they offered it to us to clean it, but they weren't guaranteeing it. So in order for me to spend $150 for them to clean it, I didn't want to take that chance, and I just applied the $150 to a brand new one. And this is the one that we got. It was supposed to be the same one. As you see, quite the height difference. Lengthwise they're the same, and it'll bolt up, but I'm pretty sure we lose probably quite a bit of cooling capabilities with that one, so we're not going to use it. I had to buy a set of these. I have one that's up to 17, but I needed a 19 to take the oil cooler thermostat out of the housing, and it's 19. And luckily for me, you can't just buy the stupid socket, so now I got a whole set of them, which I got like 3 already, so it is what it is. And no, I don't want to order one and wait for a week. Yep, this one head bolt's gonna hold this engine on this chain. Hey, you're screwing up the county brewer. I think they wrote them all down over here. 14, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half. Does this one have it? And it's either got rubbed off or came off, or maybe it's underneath that. But yeah, I'll take that. You could see the huge difference between the counterbores. Look at them new pistons. I don't want to unwrap this yet till I have it over there, because once this comes off, we're going to start assembling it. I don't want any crap getting in there. So we're going to tighten this bolt up with a wrench, and then when my neighbor can get over here, that's bottomed out, we're going to lift this guy off and put it over there. That's my oil pump too. I should probably take it in with me. They went through that, cleaned it out. Again, if you guys are in the California area and you want somebody that knows what they're doing and will give you what you want, don't hesitate. Go to Rigetti's. We'll put their information in the description, their phone number. They'll treat you guys right if you're on the West Coast. If you're on the East Coast, obviously you already know who to go to. Haggai is the man. Well, the shop. But out here, Yetis will treat you right. Brand spanking new. Can't wait to run her. Oh man, check that out. Finally, one thing. So this is the oil cooler cover. It looks like this inside of your block. Your oil filter goes right there. This right here is your oil cooler thermostat. Yes, these engines have a thermostat. See that guy? There's your thermostat. Now, before you go beating on it and try to hammer it on out of there, it's got a snap ring that holds it in. And now you can remove it. I actually don't see anything in there. We're gonna spray the ports out though and get it all out nice and clean. This right here is where coolant flows through, so we don't want any oil contamination in here either.
Guys, it's stupid windy outside, which is good for us because the weather feels like perfect, but it's bad for you because you're gonna have wind noise. So I don't know how much talking we're actually gonna do other than this skit to explain why there might be a lack of talking. Martin's getting the motor ready to get pulled out by our neighbor El Jefe. He's gonna be over here in just a few. We're gonna get out of this big old pickup truck and over underneath the canopy tent. And I don't know, maybe Martin will get some working on it yet today. What do you think?
IDK.
Are you super excited though?
Yes.
So excited.
I'm as excited as Rebecca Black was on her song Friday about it freaking being Friday. Good thing we got it wrapped up.
I told Jeff, I was like, I'm plumb out of beer. I can't be a beer assistant today. And he's all, that's it, we're out of here. I said, you know what though? I do have a peanut butter stout, which he has never tried before, so I'm gonna go hook him up.
Hopefully my rigging holds. Looks like my rigging's pretty good. I have to wrap the chain around a couple times. Hopefully it don't fall. That's a lot of money right there. Oh, that went so perfect.
So blessed to have good neighbors. Jeff is a good neighbor.
I'm gonna test fit this engine stand real quick. So I don't know about unwrapping it because
No.
I probably ain't gonna do much work to it.
Hang on.
I want to start with the fresh day.
The light is terrible.
I want to start with the
Where's
fresh.
it?
What?
What?
I want to start with the fresh day of working on it, so that way I'm not like getting crap in it. Like I want to get it assembled and put the cylinder head on it so I can have the engine closed. That worked out nice.
It sure did.
Oh yeah, I want to test it. Yeah, we should be good. I can go from either direction. I'll be able to set the head on it real nice.
Excellent.
That's really all we need it for. That's why I have it set like this, because the oil pan, the oil pump, the block stiffener. I'm gonna wrap this engine up when we pick it up with saran wrap, like all the way underneath, so crap doesn't get in it. And I'm gonna set it in a frame rail, and then I'm gonna work on it over there. I'll put the pump on it because I can't. Well, I could probably. No, the 4 6x6 is too big. But the oil pump, the block stiffener, I gotta put the piston cooling nozzles back in it. Still, that'll all get done in the truck. But in the meantime, we have a cylinder head, we have rear structure, front structure, gears, rockers, injectors, wiring harness, literally a whole bunch of stuff to do to it before.
And somehow you're going to remember what order everything goes in and what goes where.
The only thing that might get me is all the little stupid stuff that goes here, all the little bolts. But luckily, I have another engine I can look at.
And yeah, until you don't.
It's literally the same. Well,
Till it ain't here.
I'll go take some pictures of it.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good plan.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex zone.